We're going to start in knee pile tonight. So I like to do this with my hips a little bit elevated because I have tight outer hips. So I'm going to sit on a pillow. You can pull in a blanket or um, a block to sit up on. You'll take one foot, bring it in, and then the other over top. And then I have to come forward to stack my knees and then sit back down, feet wide. And then you want your knees to be as centered as possible. This is also called Gomukhasana or cow's face when you add in the arms. We're going to stay just in the lower half of the body for this knee pile. The outside edges and part of the top of your feet will come down and press down into the mat. And you want to do your best to try and get both hips pressing down into the floor. And so this is where that blanket or block, and potentially if you didn't grab anything thick enough, add in some extra props so that your hips are high enough. It's going to be quite intense on whatever hip is the top knee. And so once you have settled in to this posture, sometimes I like grab my knees and actually try and pull them apart, which brings them closer together, pull them in opposite directions. And then hopefully the friction of whatever you're wearing around your legs tonight helps keep them in place. And then you can bring your hands either down to the floor, tenting your fingertips, or sometimes I like to grab a hold of my feet. Whatever you feel grounded on, and also can keep a nice tall spine. So sometimes fingertips to the side helps create that little extra bit of structure so that it supports, kind of like buttresses, the spine to stay nice and long. And then bring your eyes to close. Start to breathe in and out through your nose, letting your lips gently seal. So we have no background music right now, so that hopefully you can start to hear the sound of your breath. And if you have a little background noise wherever you are, then try and breathe even louder. Just in and out, no restrictions. And imagine that your breath is moving up and down your spine. So a little bit different than we usually envision. As you inhale, imagine lights going up the spine, all the way to the crown of your head, maybe hovering right above it. And then as you exhale, see those lights traveling down. Inhale up, alivening, awakening the spine like a kundalini. And then exhale down. So kundalini is an energy, a snake energy that sits at the base of our spine. And so you can imagine as you inhale, you're drawing it up like the cobra, dancing it up. And then exhale, drops it back down. You'll also know this as you inhale, the pitch of your voice is a little bit higher. And as you exhale, it drops down lower as it drops into your hips. And take 5 more breaths here. Inhale, the lights draw up the spine, awakening, enlivening. Exhale, they drop down and pool at the base of your spine. Inhale, keep the spine long. Draw your head up. Exhale, feel a heaviness in your hips. See if you can get that top hip to drop down a little bit more. Keep your feet where they are. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly take this top leg, unwind it, extend it out in front of you. Both legs out. Give them a little shake. We'll move to the opposite side. So bringing the opposite foot on the bottom and then top leg over top. I said roll forward, work this top knee in line with the bottom knee, feet out to the side and wide, and then come sit back down on your prop. Now you might notice that your hips are very different, especially if you do anything that has one leg dominant. Or if you even stand and lock out one knee, it can really change how one side of the body is from the other, especially in the lower half. Okay, maybe pull your knees apart, bringing the knees closer together. Anchor down the knife edge of your foot, letting that fold slightly over to the top. Sit up nice and tall. This time, we're going to take that high and low pitches that we heard and start to exaggerate them in a breath work that's called Bhramari. So Bhramari, you seal your lips and make a humming sound as you exhale. Now, a higher pitch of a hum is going to bring the energy and you feel like a vibration, like a spanda, higher on your spine, so maybe in your head or throat, maybe right at your collarbones. Mid-range is going to be more focused in the area of the heart, and then lower tones are going to start to activate an energy at the base of your spine, in your digestive organs. So play with it. See where you might need a little bit of work or a little extra energy or to vibrate something loose that's kind of stuck and feels stagnant in your body. And if you're kind of confused, I'll have my speaker on, my mic, so you can kind of hear where I am. But you'll notice my first couple breaths, I'm really going to play with my pitch until I feel a place that I really want to kind of dig in. And we'll do this about 10 times. All right, so inhale. And then just exhale through your nose. Let your eyes close so that you're cutting off visual and really tuning into inside your body. Take an inhale. And then exhale, start to hum. This first time, maybe just finding that full range. And then start to hone it in. Inhale. And then exhale. So you can tell that that one got a little bit deeper. So I think I'm going to focus a little bit tonight more on my digestive organs. But you can, again, play with that. Inhale. And exhale. Once you find your spot, you'll notice that you can really start to deepen that humming, that vibration. Inhale. Slow exhale and Bhramari. Two more times. Inhale. Maybe switching spots if you'd like. sure you keep your spine long. Inhale. And last time, exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Hopefully that was a little bit fun. Ooh, extend your legs, slowly unfolding them, extending them out in front of you, and then give them a little wiggle. All right, so you may want to keep your blanket or whatever prop you're sitting on. We're going to move into Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose, and I'll start the music now. Nice. All right, so bound angle. Soles of the feet together, knees open out wide. Switch off of this. So we're going to again do a breath work. This one is a bandha or a bind. And what you'll do is forcefully exhale all of the air. You can do it through your mouth. You'll hold on empty, draw your digestive organs in, create almost like a suction or vacuum. So I'll demonstrate what that looks like standing up in a sideways view. Inhale, exhale. Belly out. Then you'll take an inhale. So what it does is it compresses all against your digestive organs, and it creates a lock between the floor, your pelvic floor, and your solar plexus right here. Swallowing on empty can help you get that bandha or that lock. But it also helps us start to move energy in places that can get really stagnant, especially in wintertime. You know, we eat a lot of really warm foods. We kind of draw in, get really cozy. And this area can start to feel a little bit like an ignored lump underneath the sweater. So let's start to bring some of our energy there. Press the soles of your feet together. Draw your heels in as far as feels comfortable. If you'd like to, you can take some extra pillows and place them under your knees. Start to fold forward, hinging at the hips, not rounding in the back, but instead keeping a straight spine. Now I like to have my hands around my ankles or my shins, so I have something to pull against, lengthening my spine. That also helps you find Uddiyana Bandha. All right, so take an inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Hold on empty, seal your lips. Draw your chin slightly into your chest. Maybe swallow. See if you can find that suction in that space under your solar plexus and to your pelvic floor. You'll feel it push back. You're doing this not with your abdominals, but instead finding like that suction. You'll release your belly, let it just hang out, and then take a breath and come up. We'll do a full round of breath between. Inhale through your nose, sit up tall, exhale through your nose. Inhale for the bandha. Open mouth, exhale. Seal your lips. Your belly, and so maybe you can go a little bit longer, maybe you can't get it quite so long, so you can release your belly and take that breath in whenever you need to. Sit upright. We'll do that one more time. Exhale. Inhale for Uddiyana Bandha one more time. Open mouth, exhale. Seal your lips. Release belly. Take a breath in. Sit upright. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees, gently bring them to close. And then if you're sitting on a prep, slowly move that off to the side. Let's start getting into and activating that core now. It's a little bit warmed up from all of that breath work. Roll down onto your back. So we're going to do some traditional forest yoga abs tonight. Bring your knees up over your hips. Flex your toes back. You want to keep your knees hip-width distance apart. Take your hands, interlace them, and support the weight of your neck by gathering your spine, your skull, and your thumbs will come right at the very top. Start to lengthen that spine out. Keep toes flexed. And then without squeezing your knees together to touch, but keeping them hip-width distance apart, see if you can press your low back down. So it's a very subtle movement. Here, my low back is rising. Here, my low back is pressing down, and my hips are actually a little bit elevated off of the ground. Maintain that, so you're pinning your navel down. Inhale. Exhale, lift both elbow tips up, so your shoulders are lifted off the mat, and draw them over to the left side. I want this left shoulder to drop down. Keep them both lifted. Inhale, come back into center. Keep toes flexed. Drop your heels down if they came up. So they want to be shins parallel with the ground. Then press your low back down. Feel your hips slightly elevate. Inhale. Exhale, curl up, and then bring both elbow tips towards the right knee. Hold. Really slow exhale. Now come back to center. Press your knees up towards the ceiling. Keep your toes flexed. See if you can flare your toes. Exhale, slowly up over to the left side. Press your right leg towards straight at a diagonal. Inhale, draw the right knee in, lower down halfway. Lift your pelvis up, drawing your knees up towards the ceiling. Slowly exhale through your nose, bring elbow tips up over to the right. Press the left foot forward, like you were pressing the gas pedal. Keep that leg strong, active. Flare those toes. Inhale, come back into center. Again, make sure you're supporting the weight of your head with your palms. Exhale, knees up, curl up to the left. Press the right foot towards straight. Ball of the foot presses at the wall in front of you. Draw your elbow tips up a little bit more. Inhale, come back into center. Bring the right knee in. Draw knees up, squeeze your legs so that they are hip-width distance apart at the knees. Exhale, curl up, both elbow tips to the right. Press the left leg to straight at a diagonal. So the foot is hitting right about at the middle of your shin. See if you can crawl those elbows to the right knee a little bit closer at the top or bottom of your exhale. Inhale, come into center. Woo, and release. Bring your feet down, still maintaining hip width distance. Gently press the back of your head down into the mat. Release your arms out to the side. Find the edges of your mat and grip and pull the edges of the mat away. Press down with your feet. Slowly lift your hips up, coming into bridge pose. Walk your shoulders together under your chest, gently pressing the back of your head down and your knees forward. Inhale, expand in the front of your chest. Press the big toe mounds down so that you don't roll to the outside of your feet. Strongly press down through your legs. Release a little bit in your glutes if you can. And inhale, open your chest, squeeze them out apart with your arms. Find full body activation here. Then Refocus on your breath. Take another deep breath in. Slowly release down. Okay. All right. We're going to do those abs one more time because I did get a request for abs, believe it or not. And we're thinking about this area. We want to turn it on. So interlace your hands, but this time take the opposite interlace. I'm doing it here with you. Our abs are going to be sore tomorrow. This is going to be great. Support the weight of your head. Find your thumbs right at that crease at the base of your skull. Wrap your elbow tips around. Knees up, feet flex back. Press your low back down. Feel your hips elevate. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Draw your elbow tips up over to the left side. This time we're holding. Press your right leg to straight. Take an inhale here. Curl deeper towards the left knee. Inhale, come back into center. Draw the right knee to bend and match the left. Exhale, curl up slowly. Bring both elbow tips to the right. Extend the left leg. Inhale here, lift it. Exhale, curl up even deeper. Elbows to the right knee. Inhale, come into center. Squeeze the knees towards each other. Press the low back down. Elevate the hips. Exhale, curl elbow tips up over to the left knee. Extend the right. Inhale, hold. Release the right hand. Bring it outside the right knee so your palm is facing out. Exhale, connect left elbow to left knee. What? Inhale, come back into center. Both hands behind your head, both knees match. Over your hips. Press your low back down. Exhale, both elbow tips to the right. Press your left leg to straight. Inhale, hold. Keep supporting your head with your right hand. Extend the left arm across so the palm faces over to the right. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Now center. One more time. Exhale, up, over to the left. Extend your right leg. Inhale. Press the low back down. Extend the outside the left knee. Exhale, curl elbow to knee. Last one, inhale. Come to center, match your knees. Exhale, both elbow tips up and over to the right. Extend the left leg to straight. Take a breath in. Release the left hand, cross it over. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, come back to center. Release your feet down. We'll take bridge pose one more time. This time, walk your feet in a little bit closer. Tap the back of your heels. Make sure you still have hip width distance with the length of your femur. And press up. Walk the hands in. And then with your palms facing up, see if you can hook between your thumb and your pointer finger, your heel. So your palms are facing up, right under your glutes. Your heels are probably a little bit closer in. Press through your feet, draw your knees forward and slightly together. Take an inhale. Gently press the back of your head down. Lift your chin just slightly. So if it's not resting on your chest, find space here. Breathe into your belly. Feel a stretch all the way across your abdominals. Keep pressing your feet down. One more time, inhale. Release your hands, draw them out to the side. Exhale, gently lower down your spine. Bring your knees over to one side and roll all the way over to one side. We'll come into dolphin pose. So coming into all fours, bring your forearms down to the mat, grab biceps. Give a good squeeze on your biceps. Walk your elbow tips in just slightly, and then bring your forearms back down. Press your fingertips down into the mat, palms down into the mat, tuck your toes, and then gaze back to your knees. So the crown of your head is lifted off the ground and your ears are between your biceps. Toes tucked, lift your knees up. Coming into dolphin, inhale, walk your feet in. Press through your forearms, exhale. Let your heels drop down and more of the weight transfer into your feet. Keep your palms spread wide. Inhale into your upper back. Imagine someone pulling your shoulder blades up away from your ears and then out, expanding them to the side body. Inhale, maybe walk your toes in a little bit closer. Press through your palms. Exhale, heels down. Relax your neck. Take a deep breath in. Feel your upper back expand. Feel the strength, the lift in your hips as you press your forearms down. Exhale. See if you can distribute that weight evenly from forearms to feet. Keep drawing your elbow tips together. Don't let them get wide. Press down so there's room for your head to hang down under your shoulders. And close your eyes, dig deep. Take 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Find that tight spot. Move your breath there. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you'd let your heels drop a little bit more. One last time. Deep breath in. Feel the strength in your body. Feel the strength in your shoulders. Exhale. And slowly lower your knees down. Keep your knees under your hips. Look forward. Walk your hands forward for Anahata Asana, heart-melting pose. You can either let your forehead come down between lifted elbows, straight arms, or gaze at your thumbs, lower chin and chest at the same time to the mat. Move the breath into your belly, relaxing your abdominals, letting your torso drop and melt down into the mat. You can inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Inhale, look forward to your thumbs. Walk your hands back into all fours. So you may have remembered from the beginning, this class is about getting into tight spaces again, round 2. So we've done a lot of activation. We're gonna start to stretch out our side body and lengthen to then curl in and get tight. Maybe even gazing at all of those digestive organs. Looking inward. You gotta expand, activate, to then look inward. Tuck your toes and slowly make your way to the front of your mat. Feet hip-width distance apart. Bend your knees so that your ribs can rest on your thighs, and then slowly uncurl your spine. Stack the vertebrae. Find structure and strength. Inhale, reach your arms up. Nice. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Lift your toes off of the mat. You're pressing the balls of your feet down in your heels. Lock the door so the kiddo doesn't come in. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, dive forward and fold, taking as much bend in your knees as you need to. Step your left leg back. Take a nice long lunge. Move your gaze forward. And lower your left knee down. You can keep those toes tucked or untucked. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. All right. Bring your right knee forward over your right ankle. Keep your hips square. Pull fingertips long. And then as your fingertips lengthen, imagine from hip point up to the fingers getting long as well. Bend your right elbow, bring it to your right hip, and reach overhead to the right side. Inhale, come back up, both fingertips up. And then exhale, bring both hands down inside the right foot. So we're going to move into runner's lunge. If you'd like to, you can lift back up that left knee. Find a little bit of forward and back movement. You can also keep it grounded. Maybe bring your palms down to the mat. Maybe walk your palms in front of your foot, keeping that knee drawing in towards your shoulder. If you drop down to elbows, you will probably want to also bring that back knee down. 3 more breaths here in your runner's lunge. Again, keeping that right shoulder and right inner knee glued together like they had Velcro. Breathe into those tight spaces. Inhale. Exhale. And if things feel really stuck, try that Brahmari. Taking an inhale and letting those vibrations of your humming rattle something loose. Makes me smile. Bring your hands back to the inside of your right knee. Lift your left. And then press away to step back into a plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Knees can always come down first. Palms under your shoulders. Inhale, press up to a low cobra. Press the tops of your feet down. See if you can spread your toes. Draw your heels in towards each other. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up and back. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale and exhale. Spreading your fingers, pressing them into the mat to again transfer more of the weight into your feet. So there's the balance, front to back. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, breath in. And exhale. Draw your left knee forward and step your left foot forward between your hands. Long lunge, gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower your right knee down. Press the top of your right foot down this time. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. So you're on the opposite side. Gaze up. Maybe let your gaze move to the ceiling. Keep pressing your palms together as though you were squeezing something between your hands, like a beach ball. A really big base to a snowman. Who knows? A boulder made of styrofoam. Inhale. Keep stitching your ribs together so that your core is engaged. And then exhale. Place that ball down in front of you, hands down, tuck your toes. step forward, Uttanasana, front of your mat. Inhale, stack your spine, come all the way up to standing, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips, fingertips down, right knee, or right foot rather, back. Long lunge, gaze forward, stretch your body long, and then lower the right knees down. Again, toes tucked or foot flat, depending on what feels better for your balance. Then inhale, sweep your arms up, just straight up towards the ceiling. Draw your left knee forward. Open up that right psoas, and then as your fingertips lift, think about from hip point to middle finger, getting long through your side body. Keep your core engaged. Keep the gaze forward. Then lower your left hand down to your left hip, reach, extend through the right side body, and then overhead. So you're running perpendicular with your upper body to what your lower body is doing. Inhale, exhale. See if you can drop your shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Inhale, exhale. Release the left hand, bring it up. Inhale. Exhale, plant both hands down inside your left foot. Now you'll tuck your right toes, lift your right leg, runner's lunge. Start to move forward and back on your mat. Maybe bringing palms down, keeping shoulder and inner knee glued together. Wouldn't that be fun if we could wear Velcro suits? And then you could actually get that friction and hold. It'd be very hard though to get out of the posture. Just be stuck. I don't think anybody's done that yet. I mean, there's goat yoga. There's not Velcro yoga. Okay. And maybe walk your hands forward. So that'll bring that hip down. Maybe lower the right knee down and the forearms down to the mat. Once you reach your edge in your runner's lunge, notice where you feel the most constriction. Is it inside that left hip? Is it at your right psoas? Maybe your left hamstring? Breathe in there. Maybe exercise some of that Brahmari. Inhale and exhale. Slowly bring your hands back under your shoulders. Press through your palms, lift the back knee up, and then you want to lift your navel up so you're engaging your core. See if you can step the left leg back without dragging it across the mat. Just a little extra core. Inhale, rock forward, and then exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Press the tops of your feet down, palms under your shoulders. Inhale, lift up, Cobra pose, elbow tips at your side. Lift your gaze forward so the roof of your mouth is parallel with the ground. Pull your chest forward, lengthen forward as you lower down. Exhale. Tuck toes, inhale, press up and back. Down dog. We'll take 3 breaths, spread your palms, bend your knees slightly. If you'd like to take turbo dog here, you can bend your elbows and draw them towards each other so they're hovering off the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Then inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, straighten your arms if you're in turbo dog. Exhale all of the air out. Bend your right knee, draw it forward and step it by your right hand. Gaze forward lunge. Whoa, hair's crazy. And then lower your left knee down to the mat. Inhale, pull your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Draw your right knee forward, keep it pulling in towards midline. Reach your fingertips up, knit your ribs together. And then we'll start to press that imaginary whatever object you came up with the first time between your palms. Maybe let it drop back behind you. Moving your gaze up to the ceiling. Core is strong. Heart is open forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Arms super strong. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull your fingertips up. Set that ball down in front of you. Tuck your back toes. Step forward, Uttanasana. Front of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands down to heart center. And take a deep breath in. And out. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold, bending your knees generously. And then from here, we'll either step back into plank, or if you'd like to take a little hop, then do so after you exhale. Maybe finding that Uddiyana Bandha. Hopping back to plank pose with a little bend in your elbows. Lower down all the way. Press the tops of your feet down. Inhale up. Cobra pose. Exhale, lengthen as you lower. Tuck your toes. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. All right, we're going to take those lunges and make them a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left leg forward and step it outside your left hand. So it's a little bit wide. From here, you're going to take your right hand and bring it a little bit more forward on the mat. So the heel of your hand will line up about with your toes. Your left hand, reach up and grab. So this is forward. You're going to reach up and grab your left knee. Then start to drop your right hip down. And gaze to the left. Set the right knee down. Set the right foot down. Keep your right arm very straight. Your shoulder will start to shrug up towards your ear. But this is not a weight-bearing pose for this arm because you don't have the weight of your body on it. So it's okay if you lock it out for a little bit. Let that shoulder draw up towards your earlobe. Pull with your left hand, bringing your knee closer into your chest. Feel a super stretch from the right hip, upper hip, all the way up the right side body to that high point of your shoulder. Let your chin drop into your chest, maybe even let your forehead rest on that left knee. See if you can let your right long leg relax. Let it just anchor that part of your body down. Keep pressing through your right hand. Don't press out of your shoulder. So you just want to keep maybe a gentle bend if you have a hyper extension in your elbow, so it's not uncomfortable. Take another 3 breaths here. Feeling the breath really move into your right lung. Stretching those right side ribs. And slowly to come out, you'll pivot back forward so hips are square. Bring your left hand down, right toes tuck, step back, plank, and then straight back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees slightly, push your hips up and back. Keep spreading your fingers, palms anchored down. Inhale and exhale. Last time in down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward and wide outside your right. So hips are square to start. Shift the left hand forward. Move your right hand to hug and capture your right leg. Fingertips come around the front of your knee. And then you'll start to drop the left hip down. At this point, your hips are no longer square to the front. Bring the left knee down, left foot down. So your chest is now facing the inside of your knee. Press through the left hand, but then let that shoulder come up towards your ear. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. Maybe let your head drop down, chin towards chest or chin on the top of your knee. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let your left hip start to drop down and get heavy. Let your left leg get heavy. Feel your left shoulder pulling higher. So there's a stretch in the left ribs. Those little muscles in between the ribs start to get a good stretch with each inhale. Can you draw that right knee in closer towards your chest? Close your eyes. Let yourself drop into the sensation of your body. Slowly start to press into that left hand. Pivot, bring your hands down. Hips square, step or tuck your back toes. Step back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. All right. And a nice square down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot forward, this time in the middle of your mat. Anchor the back foot down, perpendicular to the front. Bend this front knee. Open with your right arm up into Virabhadrasana 2. So feel how big and expansive this feels. Reaching your arms out, drawing your left knee forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring that knee forward more, let your hips drop down. Bring your hands down behind you, interlace them. Inhale, again, open your chest. And now exhale, keeping your legs right where they are. Imagine that this left shoulder, the front one, and that left inner knee are now like opposite magnets. Don't let them touch. Bend forward. This is called ostrich pose. So you have Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 legs, and then you're folding down in between, just like Prasarita, wide leg forward fold. Arms maybe lift off your low back. See if you can draw that left knee more forward, get a nice stretch into the inner hips now. And then bring your hands down. Place them under your shoulders. Start to walk your hands forward. So they're inside your left leg. So this is like our runner's lunge. Your back leg's kind of feeling a little funky, right? Like, what am I doing with that? What you're gonna do is you're gonna step it forward about a foot and off to the right side of your mat. So now your hips are still open to the side. You're more square forward. Start to get low. Let your shoulder drop down, lower than your knee. Bring your left hand behind your left foot. With that thumb and pointer finger, see if you can hook either your heel or maybe your calf like that, and start to push so that your shoulder can get under your hamstring. Tight spaces, right? It's uncomfortable. We're gonna get really low. Drop your head. Your gaze is right at your crotch or at your tummy. Just kind of work that shoulder under your knee. Keep pressing your right leg straight. Maybe with this right hand, you can reach around, grab the top of your ankle or foot, setting the right elbow down. How deep you get into this pose is called head to ankle. So bringing the back of the head towards the ankle or the back. Really, it should be like head to Achilles. Let's not get too technical. All right. See if you can take 3 deep breaths in this very tight spot. And inhale. And exhale. Slowly unwind. Hands to the inside of your left foot. Step your left foot back into plank. Down dog. You need to pedal out a little bit, letting the blood rush back into that left leg. And then find stillness in your legs. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, step the right foot forward to the middle of your mat. Lengthen out. Pivot on the ball of your left foot. Anchor that down, perpendicular to the front. Reach with the left hand, rise up, expand. Ooh, it feels very good after that constricted pose. So I'm gonna space away from you for this side so that you can kind of see this posture from a different angle. My good side. All right, extend your arms out. Draw that right knee forward. Take a deep breath in and out. Keep opening up that right inner thigh. Think about pulling and lifting it up. This whole thigh spinning externally. And drop your hand down. Take the opposite interlace if you can remember it. Deep breath in. Now this shoulder and this front knee are like opposite magnets. Exhale, fold down. So your shoulder and your knee do not meet. Bend into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale, lifting elbows off of your low back, or fingers rather. Take another big inhale, exhale, release your hands, bring them down. Walk them forward so they're inside the right foot. Left back foot, the heel will come up, and then step it a little bit out to the left side. So it's almost like a warrior one stance at this point. This glute way up in the air, and then drop elbow tips down, get low. So for me, sometimes I have to do a little adjusting on this back leg as to the placement once I start to get down low into this pose. Use your thumb and pointer finger, hook either your ankle, high ankle, mid calf, starting to work your shoulder under that knee. So for some people, this feels better when that back leg is in and your glutes are higher like this. I kind of like it very long. Your choice, yogi's choice. And then with this left hand, maybe capturing the top of that ankle. Drop your gaze down and in. Pulling the back of your head towards your Achilles. As tight, as constricted as I think it comes. Take 2 more breaths. You can do this. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly unwind. Bringing both hands down. Stepping the right foot back. Get long in plank. And then lower your knees down to hover and bring them out wide. Bring big toes together to touch. Press your hips back. Lengthen your arms long. Child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Let your body melt down. Inhale. Feel your body stretch away from the mat slightly. And then exhale, let it drop down deeper. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Look forward. Option to stay in child's pose if it just feels really good tonight, or if you want to extend, just come forward, keep your legs wide, make a little pillow with the back of your hands, and lower your forehead down. Letting your feet be as wide or maybe wider than the mat. Feel your belly rest down into the floor. Really feeling the sensation of rise and fall with each breath. And slowly bring your hands under your shoulder. Press yourself back. Hips over heels. And then walk your arms in. End in thunderbolt pose. Knees together, sitting back on your heels. You can always pull that prop back in between your heels, sitting up nice and tall. I was reading in my tantric philosophy book, and this quote came out that I think resonates so well, and I think it's something we've all heard. So I wanted to share it with you. So it's about, in tantric philosophy, you don't recluse and fall into yourself in a path to enlightenment, but instead start to expand and fully live this life to get to enlightenment. You go deeper into the sensations, into the feelings, You experience it all. You encompass it all. And it says, what we discover is that instead of walking a path to reach a specific destination, we walk the path to learn how to walk. We learn how to walk. That's why we're here. I hope you had a wonderful class. I hope it was a little uncomfortable. I don't think anybody thinks that head to ankle is a comfortable place to be. But maybe you got a little bit curious about your body. You felt the sensations. You were able to let all of that stuff that maybe really doesn't matter so much that's weighing us down, let it go for these last 60 minutes. And instead, you got to experience life with yourself. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday and see you next week, hopefully. Thanks for the thumbs up, Jill. Good to see you.
Absolutely. I hope the ice storm pass soon.
Me too. It's not fun. I didn't drive anywhere. I was like,
I'll check with Ashton. He didn't tell me that. I'll check with him.
Yeah. Check in with him. See if he went anywhere today.
He was just in Breckenridge this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe he stayed up there and he's skiing. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jill. Thanks, Polly. It's good to see you. Shut down the music. Whew. How's everybody feeling? Any questions? A little crazy?
Oh, reminded me of something.